like I said, I promised you guys that I would cover the Andre Ward Kovalev rematch, like I covered the Earl Spence and Kell Brook fight, which I had never covered a fight so extensively like that fight before. This your man CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic, one time for the one time. You know how we do it in a YTBC tip. And I just watched the first fight again. The first time I watched it at work while I was on my high load, and the second time I watched it, to score it. And now the third time, the first two times I watched it on, I think it was a Box Nation stream. That's why I tend to watch my fights, especially HBO or Showtime. I feel that commentary. If I choose to watch it with sound, if I don't watch it with sound, it don't fucking matter. If I score a big fight, I watch it without sound. But it's rare that I really score fights because I just like to enjoy it for what they are. But I watched the HBO stream for the first time today, one thing I took away from that fight, was that after a certain period, I think about the 5th or 6th round, I can't remember, that John David Jackson was not allowed to speak in the corner. The Russian guy did all the speaking, and in Box Nation they always don't give you the corner dialogue like HBO does. But he was, Kovalev got irate with him because he dropped the mouthpiece, and they was rushing John David Jackson to put it back in his mouth to start the round. I forget what round it was. And he was like, listen. He was screaming at John David Jackson to rinse it before he put it in his mouth. And after that point, John David Jackson really was tentative and didn't want to talk in that corner. But, what I took away, this is basically like a flashback review, I guess, for Kovalev Ward. I wasn't planning on doing this. I guess this is a new installment, I guess, for fights that, going into rematches, I guess. But, early on Kovalev, we already know the story. But Kovalev, jab, was saving the day for him. For the simple fact, Andre Ward was so conscious of the right hand coming down the middle that he was running right into the jab. And, Andre Ward jab was good as well, but Kovalev jab just carried more rhythm, more timing, more velocity, and more power, and it was more accurate. People talk about Kovalev power. A lot of people have power in boxing. A lot of, lower level guys. But the difference about Kovalev, he got the skill, he got the accuracy, he got the velocity, he got the crisp punching power. Excuse me. And that's what makes his power dangerous, especially the accuracy. And then he has the speed to go along with it, which is the velocity. So it was really giving Andre Ward fits because Andre Ward pretty much, picked his poison. He said, I'm going to just take away the right hand and, just deal with the jab. And the jab was zinging like a straight right hand. It was just zipping. And he was trying to, get away from the jab and got put down. But, pretty much what I observed was after the knockdown, Andre Ward, when he got his feet, back as Kovalev didn't cut the ring off, he just followed him on the ring. They locked in. It seemed like he woke him up. He turned back into the old Andre Ward, even though he wasn't as fluid as he used to be. And he honed in. He found a home for a lot of those body shots. And those body shots took Sergey Kovalev's energy and kind of zapped him of all his energy pretty much. And he was blaming it on he was looking for one punch, but not necessarily true. Because I've seen a lot of people go way more wilder than that, especially Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko, and be dead. He wasn't dead after that. He still was throwing, he still had power. But as the fight progressed, he lost his power, he lost his legs, he lost his core. Because Andre Ward was killing the body. And, that was on him. It wasn't the fact that, he overtrained, I don't think. I think it was just a simple fact that, he's just not accustomed to going that far in fights, going that deep in fights. Most people, crumble under the pressure that, the punching power and the pressure that he put on Andre Ward to be great. And Andre Ward is just not an ordinary fighter. He's a superior, elite, Hall of Fame type fighter. And he showed that the punch woke him up. He made the adjustment. He started finding a home for the check hook. He started finding a home for the right hand. He started to find a home for the body shots, and he killed Kovalev's body. And one thing I must say is Harold Letterman's card is crazy. HBO needs to really think about, because I hate watching their streams, but I watched it today because they had it in crisp HD on HBO. They just dropped it like 3 or 4 days ago, officially, excuse me. And the thing about Ward is he made the adjustment, and he woke. It seemed like it woke him up to back to his elite level. Even though I seen him look better, fight better, and perform better. But I think HBO really should consider you know, getting rid of Harold Letterman, for one, he's one of the worst in the game, y'all can agree. But actually having, you know, giving Jim Lampley, well, not him because he's not a professional, but letting Max and Roy Jones score the fight, you know, had their own individual scorecards like Showtime does, and Box Nation. So, you know, what I took away from the fight was, you know, Andre Ward is definitely good. And I think, you know, if he performs like that again, you know, in my opinion, and if he can step it up, he's definitely going to get the victory. And I didn't see too much of a robbery here. Close fight, though. We gone.